Yes, happy Friday, guys. It's a brand new morning and we're feeling good, aren't we? I'm feeling great. Welcome to Breakfast with Pure Coys, where the Spurs chat is always fresh, hopeful, and full of passion. Let's wake up together and talk all things Tottenham. Like I say, guys, happy Friday. What a beautiful way to wake up in the morning with the news that Palhinha is set to join. We will get into it, guys, as we go along. Please, before I start, do the usual. Wipe your feet as you come in. Please like the stream. Apparently, the likes make the algorithm tick over and gets me out to people who may not have seen me before. They may not want to see me again, but at least it gives them the choice. And subscribe to the channel. Let's sort my mic out. Yeah, I am chasing down that first 1,000, and any help would be much appreciated, guys. If you haven't already, yesterday I did a show, the State of Spurs, episode 3. I did it with a guy called Goldie from Goldie Talks Tottenham. Really nice guy, new to YouTube, but he's absolutely smashing it on TikTok. But if you get the chance, go over, give that episode a like, and give Goldie a sub because he is a really nice guy. And I think he's going to smash it on YouTube once he gets going. Anyway, guys, let's say hello to the chat and see how you guys are doing. Big up, Adam. I hope you're well, mate. I know you put this in last night. You are eager and straight on it. So appreciate that, mate. Yeah, always nice to beat the Woolwich. Big up, Cookie, my man. I hope you had a good birthday yesterday. He said, morning all, smash that like and subscribe to Pure Coys. 77 away from 1K. Wow. I know. 77 away from 1K. It's I never thought I'd get to 100. So to be this close is fantastic. But yeah, we just got to keep it going. Big up, Milton. Hope you're well, mate. Let me know what time it is in Oz currently. Big up, Tweak. Hope you're well, mate. I'm good, buddy. Love the morning shows. Video suits me at 5:30. That's the afternoon, I guess, isn't it? I should know this because my mum lives in Australia. She lives in Perth, and I think she's about 8 hours in front. So, yeah, I'm taking it as about 5:30 in the afternoon. And absolutely happy birthday, Cookie. I hope you had a great day yesterday, mate. So, guys, before I get into it, let me know what is going on with your weekend. What are you up to this weekend? Have you got any plans? For me, I have a meal out with my family tonight. My mum's over from Australia. She actually flies back to Australia on Sunday. So we're going out for a family meal. Always do it when she comes over, like a last meal before she goes. So yeah, that's my weekend. Working Saturday morning, and I have my youngest as well. So that'd be nice. Milton saying 5:30 p.m. My family live in Perth. What part of Perth do they live in? My mum lives in Warnbro, is it? Probably got that wrong, but yeah, they have like dick shaped palm trees over there, which is nice. Jimmy, big up, mate. Morning, Nigel and chat. I hope Palhinha news is correct. Yes, I hope it is as well. We will get into it. We will get into it. Have no plans. I work 7 days a week. That sucks, man. That sucks. I need to work 7 days a week. It's rent day today. Oh yeah, happy 1st of August, everyone. It is the start of a new month. It is the month of the football season. So it's all go now. And yeah, it is what it is. It's rent day today for me. And as usual, I'm a little bit short, but listen, by the end of the weekend, it will all be good. Big up, David. Hope you're well. Morning, it's 4:30 a.m. in Bermuda. Oh, love it. Love it. I bet the weather's better than it is here. It's horrific here. It's not raining. It's actually a bit nippy this morning. Milton saying Fremantle. I like Fremantle. It's lovely. Lovely, like really old town, isn't it? Yeah, I can remember walking through there, and I think I actually got on the front cover of a magazine from the only time I've ever been in Fremantle when I went to my mum's 10 years ago. We were just walking through Fremantle, and then my mum sent me a picture about 2 months later, and we were all walking through Fremantle, and we were on the magazine front cover. It's just a picture of the town, and we were walking through, and it's like, "Do you recognise anyone?" It's like, "Oh my god, that's me." Yeah, so weird. It is out there somewhere. Being Portuguese, I'm happy with Palhinha. Yes, I'm happy with Palhinha as well. What a great signing. Guys, let's start as we mean to go on. Let's talk about this quickly. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 1. We can't skip over it, can we? Because, listen, like many Spurs fans, thought we were going to get an absolute pasting. An absolute pasting, I thought. After the two friendlies we'd had against Luton and Wickham, I thought we were so short. We looked so poor that I thought Arsenal, who'd already been in Hong Kong for a while, I thought we'd rock up and they would absolutely destroy us. But fair play to Thomas Frank and his coaching staff and the players. They've not been in Hong Kong long. They turned up, they played the game. They were, for the most part, fantastic. Yes, they tired towards the end of the game. That's expected. But a really good, promising performance. More than anything, I think they've given a lot of Tottenham fans a bit of hope because myself, I thought it was going to be another tough season. I thought we're not going to sign anyone. We've already missed out on Morgan Gibbs-White. You know, we're a joke of a club. We can't win a game in pre-season, and then suddenly we turn up against Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic. Get the result. The goal was superb as well. And we win the game. Guys, let me know how you feel about the Arsenal game. Any standout performances? I thought Sarr had a very good first half. Richarlison, man of the match. Listen, I didn't see all the game. I just saw the highlights. Was he man of the match? Because from what I've heard, he couldn't trap a bag of cement and he was awful. I saw his miss from like a yard out, but he did get man of the match. So he must have done something right, I guess. Let's take that off a minute. So yeah, always nice to beat Arsenal. And yeah, we will move on and see how we do against Newcastle. Cookie said, thoughts on Palhinha? What does he do for us? For me, just what we need. I'm absolutely delighted with Palhinha. Um, Experience, been there, seen it, Premier League experience as well. Lived in London, so it's not like he's got to come settle in. He comes straight into that squad, straight into that first team. I got a question for you guys, and I think I probably know what the answer is going to be, but does he come straight in as captain? Does Palhinha come straight into that team and almost demand that captaincy? I know it's almost certainly going to be Romero. But for me, this guy is a leader. He's experienced. Like I said, he's won things at the highest level, at club level, and at international level. He is exactly what we need. Now, listen, is he pretty on the eye? No. We know what he does. He gets stuck in, he breaks up play, he gives the ball easy. He's going to get booked a lot. He may even get sent off a few times, but I think he is just what we need. And suddenly you look through the spine of that team and you see a Romero, you see a Palhinha, and even Kudus on the right wing. And you look at this team, and Solanke, built like one, he's got a smile less, I think, and give a bit more attitude. But suddenly you look at that backbone and you say, we've got some men here. Finally, we have some men in this side. I felt like over the last year or so, we've had boys, and that's no disrespect to the likes of Gray, Bergval, and others. But I feel like we've been really young, and even Odegaard, he looks like a boy. And he is still, isn't he, effectively? Finally, we have some men in the side, and I think that's going to improve us. One thing I loved about Arsenal, the Arsenal game yesterday, is when we had the chance to clear it, we cleared it. We didn't try to play out from the back. It was nothing pretty. Get the ball, stick your foot through it. Absolutely what you want to see in a defender. There are times and there are places to play out from the back. And I love the fact that when we needed to clear it, we just cleared our lines. But yeah, mate, I agree. I think Palhinha is exactly what we need in this side. Exactly what we need. Milton said, Nigel, you're a spitting image of my mate Jamie. Am I? Am I? Well, what a lucky guy. What a lucky guy. I don't know which one of us are lucky or maybe unlucky. I don't know. Big up, Rich. Shared a hotel room with you a couple of weeks ago. I hope I didn't keep you awake with my constant flatulence, but I really did need to have a poop. I'm one of these weird guys, only poops at home. I can't do it anywhere else. So I apologise if I if I woke you during the night. I think I woke myself a few times. Horrific. Rich said, hopefully we'll get at least 2 more players who improve the first 11 after Palhinha. Hope you are, Nigel. Yes, I'm very good, mate. I hope you are too. Yeah, I think this could be the start of 2 or 3 more coming in. I've heard rumours. Listen, I'm not no ITK. I had somebody on my last show, I think Monday, give me an absolute grilling in the comments to say, "Why are you just, giving false facts?" Well, listen, I'm not giving false facts. It's pre-season and there's not a lot going on, so you just gotta say what rumours are out there. I'm not saying they're gonna happen. I'm not saying they're not gonna happen. I'm just saying what I'm hearing. So yeah, from what I'm reading on Twitter, and it is Twitter, there are going to be 2 or 3 more coming in the door within the next couple of weeks. They're saying before the Bayern Munich game, they want at least 2 more in. So we will see. We will see. But hopefully, and I'm not saying they are going to come. I'm just saying I'm hearing they are. Milton said, I want to get a Spurs tattoo. Any suggestions? I want to get a Spurs tattoo as well. I got to be honest. I've been umming and ahhing, thinking I would get maybe the Europa League trophy. I've seen a few of them and they're really nice with maybe the date on. I don't know. I don't know. I would say, yeah, if you want a Spurs tattoo, either get it's difficult getting your favourite player because you've got to go to a tattooist who is like really good at portraits and really good at like people. So I'd steer clear of that because you never know. You might want to get a Glenn Hoddle and he ends up looking like, I don't know, Wurzel Gummidge or something like that. So I would say get a date that means something to you. Maybe, and maybe just, I don't know, the Tottenham logo or, the badge or the Europa League trophy, something like that. I'd steer clear of getting a player just because you never know how the tattoos is going to make them look. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Jimmy saying, good solid performance overall. We actually look defensively sound. That's exactly it for me, mate. We look defensively sound. Forget up front. Yes, we didn't really click as a forward line, and Frank said it himself. Final third wasn't good enough. Lot to work on. Hopefully a few more players coming in. But more than anything, defensively. And that's what we wanted to see. And Frank, as soon as he come in, he said he needed to sort the defence out, stop leaking goals. And I think we looked fantastic defensively. I think we were structured. Whenever Arsenal came forward, there was always that full-back, solid line of 4. And with Palhinha now in front of it, I suddenly think we're going to be a force. Now, when I say we're going to be a force, that doesn't mean I think we're going to win the Premier League or even finish in the top 4 or 5. But I think, how many did we concede last season? 65, was it? I think we will concede under 40 goals next season. I think we concede under 40 goals next season. That's quite a big statement, but I just think we're going to be defensively sound. And now with Palhinha as that rock, I think we're going to be hard to break down. It's just now whether we can transform our attacking. Now, a lot of people say, Frank is quite defensive. He's not at all. His Brentford team score a lot of goals. So I'm expecting Spurs to score a lot of goals. I just think we need to tweak our forward areas and hopefully then we'll be in a really good position. But listen, we got a bit of time now, so it's all good. You know what's that? Nigel, quick question. Have you got a soft spot for another Premier League side? No, I haven't. Maybe back in the day, just have a sip of tea. Maybe back in the day, I did like Newcastle back in the 90s a little bit when they had like Sprilia and those kind of players. I thought they were good to watch under Keegan, but yeah, not really. No, it's Spurs or nothing. Obviously, quite a few years ago when Swindon come up, I like Swindon because they're my local side. I only live 40 minutes away from Swindon, so Swindon were my team. Apart from Spurs, of course, but they're not now. They come out to the Premier League and it was nice seeing them, but they were awful in the Premier League, though. We didn't manage to beat them. I think we drew at White Hart Lane and we lost at Swindon. So yeah, good times. Good time. But Spurs were pretty rank in the 90s, let's be honest. Big up, Luke. Hope you're well. Yeah, great show last night, mate. Managed to watch a bit of it when your chat wasn't working. So I hope you got it back up and running. But I had to get in bed, mate. I was absolutely knackered. People saying hello to each other. I skipped through them. Milton saying, still wish we went for Conceição. Yeah, I like him. He's a good player, a very good player, but Spurs don't do that kind of thing. Captain should be Romero or Van der Ven. I think it would be Romero. Not sure about Van der Ven as captain yet. But let's talk about Van der Ven quickly because I thought he was really good yesterday. I thought Van der Ven was really good yesterday. He, it's always been a big worry, isn't it, that can he actually defend? He was brought in to chase back, to be that man recovery runs, and he can do that brilliantly. But can he actually defend? And I think he showed yesterday that he can. Yes, his heading needs to improve, but I think on the whole, really good performance from Van der Ven. And I'm looking forward to seeing him this year. Yeah, like I said, I think our defence is going to be so much better. Um, I won't read that, Milton, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. Luckily, that would be horrific. Big up, Mark Pitts. I hope you're well. We got cash coming in soon from the men in PJs. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Rich. Yes, yes. I did know you. I realised you needed to go, so I made my escape quite quickly. But big up, mate. Big up. Week is saying the defence looked coach. Who knew? I know. It's crazy, isn't it? A bit of coaching. Who knew? Who knew something like that could actually work? A bit of coaching. Amazing. Milton, for some reason, I think we'll get 11 to 15 draws. I think we will draw a few more games this season. Definitely. I think under Ange's tactics, it was very much all or nothing. It was win or lose. I don't think that will be under Frank. I think we will grind out a few more draws, and they might be needed. There's extra points here and there might help us get to a European position. But we will see. We will see. When needed. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. Smash that like, hit that subscribe button. We need a defender and a striker top 8 possible. Yeah, absolutely. I think if we would get, defender, possibly a left back, possibly a left back. And this was my concern yesterday that Spence has such a good game that the club may be like, we don't need a left back now. I absolutely still think we need a left back. A striker 100%, but he has to be of the top quality. I still think we need a left winger as well, and maybe another midfielder. I think I'm being greedy. I know. I still want that Morgan Gibbs White player. I'd still love Morgan Gibbs White. That's not happening, but I still like that kind of player. And doesn't Eze's release clause end today? Now, is it today? Is it like now, or is it like 6 o'clock tonight? Because if it's 6 o'clock tonight, maybe Spurs might go in for him. Let me know, guys. What do you think? Maybe Spurs might go in for Eze. Maybe they might go. There you go. We've got that 60 million lying around for Morgan Gibbs White. We'll have Eze. I know he wants Arsenal, apparently. But does he? Does he, though? Many players are fans of clubs and move to other clubs. Darren Bent, massive Arsenal fan, came to Spurs. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd love him. I still love him at Spurs. Cookie said, Peter Beardsley. Yeah, what a player he was. What a player. Newcastle are some great players over the years. Barbaric Disdain, big up, mate. Good morning, Nige. Let's get those likes and sub smash, people. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is Friday. It is Friday after all. My brother was a Toon fan and a soft spot for Blackburn. A Shearer I loved as a player. Yeah, I like Blackburn when they were under Shearer and Sutton, the SAS up front. Wilcox on the wing, and obviously you had the likes of Sherwood and Batty. They were a good side. Good side. Who was their other winger? I forgot his name now. Totally, the blonde guy. Forgot his name. Someone in the chat help me out. Paul saying we need Moani now. Big up, Paul. From what I'm hearing, Moani's not happening. He's going to Juve. I think it was all one of those things that happens quite often where there's a bit of a sticking point over wages or over price or something. Suddenly, the media put another team in the hat, and kind of the club who are not wanting to pay the money or haggling over wages, suddenly be like, oh, there's another club in. Okay, yeah, we'll pay it. I think we're used again. We tend to get used a lot, but from what I'm hearing anyway, Mawani is almost certainly going back to Juve. But I'd love him. I think he'd be a great signing. Somehow selected the videos for kids. Ah, yes, it does. Yeah, yeah. Did you manage to change it though, or did you have to go through the whole show with no comments? But yeah, I don't know. That's tough if that happens, isn't it? Suppose if you got guests on, it's not so bad. But if you do it on your own and you got no chat going, it's like, oh shit. Um, but hey, Van der Ven has good English. He does. Yeah, he does like, have good English. Romero surely got to be better at his English now, though, hasn't he? You would think. And Palhinha speaks good English. I think, yeah, for me, I would be looking at bringing Palhinha in and making him at least vice captain. I think he's a leader. Maybe he just might be able to lead with the way he plays. Maybe that might upset the likes of Madison if he was made vice captain. Big up, Philly. I hope you're well, mate. Now with Palhinha as a defensive shield in front of the defence, Pape Sarr, who has an engine, can play more box to box. Do you think Spurs need an 8? And this is the interesting thing for me, mate. After yesterday's game, I think yesterday showed that some of these players that we'd written off, that we said were not good enough, suddenly you look at them and it is only one game and you think, he could do a job. He could do a job. Now, for me, Sarr is very inconsistent. His consistency needs to get better. But I actually think maybe alongside a Palhinha, a Sarr, and then a Madison could actually be quite a good midfield. I think any one of the midfielders we have now, a Sarr, a Bentancur, a Bergval, could all do a really good job because they have that holding midfielder in Palhinha. So I'm really excited now about the season. I think just that one player coming in, that massive experience and that absolute destroyer as a number 6 is going to absolutely revolutionise the team. Now, I don't think he's going to play every game because, 30 is not old. I'd love to be 30 again. 30 is not old in a sense. And Palhinha does get around the pitch. He works hard. He does lots and lots of running. But I think, there's a lot of games next season. So I don't think he plays every game. But imagine the likes of Gray, the sort of, the experience they'd get from him, what they'd learn from him. Saying that, do you think Gray might be loaned out? Because I actually can't see a world when Gray gets anywhere near this first team currently. So do you think maybe Gray gets loaned out next season? I don't know. And as for an 8, I still love another player because I'm greedy and I want better than what we've got. I'm just saying I think the players we have got could do a better job, definitely than what they've done over the last two seasons. Tweak, remind me when Ozzy or Glenn were manager of Swindon and they came up. Yeah. No, I think that was the year, wasn't it? They came up. I can't remember now. But yeah, Swindon, yeah, they've had some old Spurs players over the years and managers and yeah, great. Great times. Great times for the West Country side. But yeah. Jimmy saying add Robinson, Visser and Eze and we're cooking. Imagine adding those 3 players. Robinson, Visser, and Eze into the side that we have now with Palhinha and Kudus. Suddenly, we're looking at a side who could actually do things next season. Obviously, I'm not talking titles, but we could do things. Milton saying, is Sonny going? This is an interesting one. This is something I was going to bring up. What do you guys think? I think he's almost certainly going. Certainly going. Really interesting after the game yesterday. I don't know whether you guys saw it when Romero and I can't remember the other player, was it Madison, was trying to give Sonny the captain's armband to go lift a trophy. And Sonny kept saying, no, no. In the end, he took it reluctantly. I don't know whether that is because he didn't really play in the game, just come on for the last couple of minutes and he was a bit embarrassed. Like, no, I haven't been captain today. Or whether he's like, I'm not really part of this club going forward. You're the captain now. You do it. Interesting one. He looked a little bit sheepish and a little bit embarrassed when he lifted the cup, I actually thought at the time when I was watching it, it was because it was just a friendly trophy, and it's just like, oh, taking the piss a bit here. But if I'm looking more into it, maybe it's like I am a bit embarrassed because I'm not actually going to be here next season. But guys, let me know what you think. I think he's going to go, but let's see, let's see. If we were trying to buy back Højbjerg, how much would he cost? Big up, Pete. Hope you well, mate. Smash that like, smash that subscribe button. I would say I don't know. He played really well, hasn't he, for Marseille? I reckon we'd be looking at around the same as Palhinha, would we? Around 30 million euros. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I would say about 30 million euros because he's still Danish international. He's leader. Like I say, had a brilliant season last season with Marseille. Think he's got to be in the same sort of ballpark area as Palhinha, which is weird, isn't it? Because only a season ago, Palhinha went to Bayern Munich for what, 57 million, and now he's back with us. Hopefully, touch wood, on loan. And the likes of Højbjerg, who none of us wanted, or a vast majority of us didn't want anymore, wanted to get better. We let him go, and suddenly we're just like, cool, for Højbjerg on our side. That'd be great. But yeah, Højbjerg, good player, good player. Mark Pitt saying, I was once a Town fan till I found my Spurs. Big up the Spurs. Big up the Swindon Massive. Hope you're well, mate. Big up, Nicola. Hope you're well. On top of Kudus and Palhinha, we need a striker. Yes, I absolutely agree. I think we do need a striker. Yeah, I think we do need a striker. Who? I don't know. I would love, and I know Cookie would back me up on this. I would love, as my mind goes blank, Cookie, help me out. I would love who's a Juve striker? I forgot his name now. Not Moani, the other one. Dusan Vlahovic. I would love a Vlahovic. I think he's had a difficult couple of years in Juve, but I think get him out, get him to the Premier League. I think he could absolutely explode. I think he's a cracking striker. I really do. And you got to remember, players go through bad form. You know, it's pretty natural. I know there are some players that don't. Your Messi's, your Ronaldo's, even your Harry Kane. You know, he will constantly hit you 25 plus goals a season. But some strikers do have dips in form, personal issues. They struggle to settle in some places. So I think sometimes it's hard to judge, unless we're judging Richarlison, who is absolute pants. Milton, so I just brought that up and I took it away again. Milton saying we need a left back, cam, and a striker. Yes, I'd agree with definitely left back, definitely striker. Cam, I'm not sure about. I'd love one just because I want more players. I think definitely we need a really top quality 8. But I think I'm okay with Madison and Kulu when he comes back. Kudus can also play that as well. I think we definitely need a striker though, like somebody who's gonna. I was going to say challenge Solanke. I actually want someone who's going to go in place of Solanke. I want to see Solanke having a real challenge with another striker and seeing what we can get out of him. Because I think there's a striker in there. I just think he's too bloody nice. Big up, Razzle. I hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're well. Happy weekend to you. Happy Friday. Razzle saying, all I've seen on Eze release clause is that it runs out before the season starts. From what I'm hearing, again, I'm only going by what I've heard on YouTube and what I'm hearing on Twitter, is that it runs out today, but I just don't know what time. I don't know whether there's a cut-off point. Breaking news, Spurs signed 3 players, Cookie, Sheriff and Nige, medical tomorrow. I would fail my medical instantly. My knees are shot and my back's clicks all the time. So, you know, I don't think I'd get through a medical, to be honest. I think they take one look at me and just be like, yeah, no thanks. No thanks, mate. But big up, Rain Man. Hope you're well. Morning, fellow Hong Kong champions. Yes, we are champions of the world, pretty much, aren't we? We win, you know, we're the champions of Europe. Now we're the champions of Hong Kong. In a couple of weeks, we'll be the Super Cup champions as well. It's just all right, isn't it, winning these trophies every couple of weeks? I'm quite enjoying it. Nicholas saying, I'd rate our transfer window 6 out of 10 so far. We need a few more quality signings for this window to be a solid 8. Absolutely agree. Couldn't agree more. I think At the moment, before Palhinha news, I would have said it was a 3 or 4. I was really disappointed with it. Since last night, since that Palhinha news come in, and like I say, touch wood, it happens. I think that's put it to a 6. I think we need a lot more work yet, but just with that signing for me, I think suddenly it almost shores up our defence totally. I think now if we can get a left back, great. If we've got the money to go and get an Anthony Robinson, then fantastic. I don't think we will. I think if we get a left back, it will be someone like a Sirkin, someone with homegrown, someone with club trained. That's the route I think we'll go down. I would love an Anthony Robinson, mind. But for me now, it's sort out that attacking area. We've got Kudus in. Hopefully, Sonny leaves. Hopefully, Richarlison leaves. And then we can bring in a bit of quality up in those attacking areas. Because for me, we have very much the same kind of players on the left in Odegaard and Tell. For me, they're the same kind of players. Um, I'd like someone better, someone more experienced, someone not necessarily more explosive because I'd love a Grealish, but just somebody out there who's been there, seen it, and done it. And I would love, love, love a top quality striker to come in and just give us that edge. Just give us that edge. Milton said Matt Letizia was a gun at Southampton. He was an absolute baller, wasn't he? You talk about the youngsters talk about ballers now. Matt Letizia was you'd pay money. And this is it. A lot of players you don't pay money to go and watch anymore, do you? Matt Letizia is definitely a player you'd pay your money just to go and watch him play. Brilliant player. And he has a highlight reel of goals that probably go on for an hour. Absolutely superb player. Love Letiz, but he turned down Tottenham. So on your bike, son. Razo Dazza Pedersen. Yes, that was a bit later on. But Pedersen was a great, great player. Again, another one Spurs were after, never really got. And he was another one of those, wasn't he? He started off so well, and as he got older, he just dipped and wasn't the same player. It was, I can see him. I can see him. His name is on the tip of my tongue. It's going back a bit further than Pedersen. But yes. Anyway, big up, Richest Man. Morning all. Will still we go to work this time? Will this here we go to work this time? I don't understand, but it's early for me. I don't know whether you guys are the same. I don't know whether I'm slightly dyslexic, but sometimes I can read a comment and it comes out and I'm just like ba ba bang. Other times I look at a comment and it's almost like the words just jump out at me and they're all going everywhere and I'm just like I have to concentrate to read it a little bit. But big up, Rich. How you doing, mate? I take Robertson from Fulham. He would be such a great signing for us. He would be. He would be. Great defender. More than anything, he's a bloody defender and a good one. And he's a man. He's built like a tank. Get him in. And he's good going forward. A lot of assists last season for Fulham. Gets forward, gets down the byline, gets crosses in. I would love him. I would love him at Tottenham. Whether we get him or not, I'm not even hearing that we're going for him. I think it's all just fans picking him out as the player we'd want, but yeah, I'd love him as well. Milton saying, really enjoy your content, Nigel. You're a legend in my. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. You're a legend too. And he comes in with the same one twice. Why not? Why not indeed? I'm Portuguese. I'll translate Palhinha. Yeah, mate, do it. I'm sure there's a good wage in there for you. Do Spurs need a Morgan Gibbs White? This is a big year for Sarr. It's his year 4. I want to see how he plays under a coach who will play a structured team. He is box to box, but for the last 2 years has been held. I absolutely agree, mate. And I think we can say that about so many of our players. It's so hard to judge, and I don't want to put the last manager down because he won us a European trophy, but it's so hard to judge our current squad on the last 2 years because it has just been absolute chaos for 2 years. Now we're going to see under a proper coach what the likes of Sarr and Bergval and Solanke, even Johnson, what they can do because we haven't seen it. And Tell, because you've got to remember Tell come into an absolute car crash of a team last January, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens and what Thomas Frank can get out of these players. I'm excited. I think they're going to be a lot better. Sarr already having a great preseason. Um, yeah, I like Sarr. I think when he's on his game, he's a really good player. And I think maybe Frank might get the best out of him. He certainly likes him, doesn't he? From what he's been saying about him in his press conferences and stuff after the game, he's impressed with Sarr. So I think it is. You're right. It's a big year for Sarr, and maybe we don't need a Morgan Gibbs White type of player. Maybe we've already got it in the squad. I'm just being a fan, and I just want all the best players we can get. But maybe, just maybe, Frank can get the best out of this crop of players that we have, and we could have a really good season. We could have a really good season. Let's see. I just think that signing of Palhinha, if it happens, I'm going to keep saying if it happens because you never know. We had the here we go a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? But I think it's going to. I think this is almost certainly done. And it is a loan deal, so it's a lot easier to do. No release fees. Happy days. But I think he transforms our side straight away. Paul saying, would you take Gusand? Is that Gusand? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good player. And yeah, he's one that I would absolutely 100% take. I haven't seen Spurs. Are we been linked with him? Is he a player we've been linked with? I'm not sure he is, but I'd absolutely take him. Yeah. Let me know. Palhinha will get 10 GA total for the year. That is a massive call. If you had said, click me now, Palhinha will get 10 bookings, then I'd be like, yeah, God, yeah. But okay, you are clipped. You are clipped, Milton. Palhinha will get 10 GA this season. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Dave Clarkson, big up. Hi, mate. Hi from Leicester. Against a top size Bentacle, Palhinha in as a double pivot. Yes, send Gray on loan to a championship side. Yeah, I think Bentancle's another one. I thought he had a good game yesterday, and I think Frank might be able to get the best out of him. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Big games away at Liverpool, maybe away at City, even Arsenal. Play that double pivot. Hit that really hard defensive line, and hopefully then we've got enough up front to create chances to win games. Couldn't agree more. Listen, we're Tottenham. We got to remember that we're not Manchester City. We're not Liverpool. We can't just go out there and attack every single side we got, every single team we play. Sometimes we got to play tactically against different sides, and certainly against the big sides, we got to play slightly differently, and in the Champions League. So it's going to be really interesting. Again, that signing alone of Palhinha has transformed what I think we could do in the Champions League next season. Now, whether I think we can win it, of course not. Of course not. But suddenly, I'm thinking, whereas before, we don't even get out of the league stage. Now I'm thinking with Palhinha in now, there's a chance. There's a chance if we can just add one or two more bits of stardust to that attacking area, we could get out of that group stage, get out of that league stage in the Champions League and get into the knockouts. Guys, let me know what you think about that. Could we get into the knockouts now just with that one signing? Big up, Cookie. Keep liking the stream and subbing for the channel, please. Yeah, absolutely. And while you're there, get over and sub to the 2 Marks show. We will be on over the weekend, certain. Barbaric Disdain saying Sonny's body language tells me he's going. Yeah, it certainly looks that way. It certainly looks that way. And I'm at that point where I want him to go. He's been an absolute legend to this club, a hero. There's no words you could say about Sonny, apart from good words, because he's been. It's going to be a really sad day when Sonny goes, but it's also going to be a really good day, if that makes sense, because he needs to go. He needs to go for himself. We want him to go as a legend. If he carries on playing a bit like Luis, a lot of fans will maybe turn on him and he won't have the same, we won't remember him the same way if he stays any longer. I think now's the perfect time for him to go, for him, for us. Come back anytime, Sonny, but time to move on. We need to refresh that front area, and I think Sonny leaving could help us do that. He could help Spurs out by leaving in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully he will for all parties. Milton saying, is it true Grealish is going to Everton? I don't know. I know Everton are trying to move big, aren't they, in this window? They're going for some players. They're starting to move, or try to move anyway. It's going to be difficult for them. And I am looking forward to seeing Everton next season. Always nice when a Premier League side builds a new stadium and you get to see it for the first time. Don't think it's a very good stadium, to be honest. I think compared to Tottenham's, it's Conference League compared to Spurs's, but that's I'm just maybe being a little bit, you know, I love my club and our stadium is better, but it is a lot better, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to seeing what Everton do in their new stadium. It's going to be difficult. Goodison Park was, their fortress. Whether they can make the new stadium their fortress, and isn't it a really awful name? I can't remember what it's called now. But it feels like it's almost a novel kind of type name. It's so long. I feel like I need to go on forever just saying it. I feel like stadium names need to be shorter. But I don't know about Grealish going to Everton. I think they're interested in him. Whether he's actually going to go down or not. I think if he gets a better offer, he'd go somewhere else. Tottenham, get in there, go get him. Big up, Paul G. Hope you're well, mate. Morning, Nige and chat. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely, come on, you Spurs. Milton saying 25 million euros for Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. Yes, maybe I say about that 25 to 30. Here's my favourite man. Big up, Charlie. Big up, buddy. I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I will see. Am I seeing you tonight? I don't know. You're working, aren't you? So I will see you at some point over the weekend. Anyway. No, I'm seeing you tonight. We're doing a stream, mate. So when you finish work, come in 9:30 tonight. I'll get a stream ready for later. 2 marks saying, Cookie saying, remember John Gorman, Nige? Yes. Hoddle, trusted friend and assistant, and obviously fantastic Spurs defender. I do remember him. Don't remember him as much as a player for Spurs, but I certainly remember him and Hoddle. Yeah. He was one of them, wasn't he? Went everywhere where Hoddle went, Gorman went. Pity they both had to go to Chelsea, but, it is what it is. Yes, yes. Cookie and Luke saying Vlahovic. Yes, absolutely. Big up, Milton. Hope you're well, mate. Sorry, not Milton. Morton Barley. Morning all. News at last night. Yes, and good news. Good news at last. Yeah, great signing. Great signing. It's hard not to smile. Just want to make sure we get it over the line. We get it over the line, but we will see. Talking about Milton, Dusan is a lazy player, poor work ethics and effort. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him. I just think as a goal scorer, he's good. But yeah, we will see. I'm going to get some breaking news in a minute. Big up, Luke. 29 likes and over 30 people here. Who hasn't liked? Oh no, yes, come on. Come on. Though I think I might have liked a couple of times, so there's probably more that hasn't liked. Dazzle saying, I actually think Mateta would suit Frank's style. Hold the ball up and can finish. I really like Mateta. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't have had him anywhere near my Tottenham side, but he's improved so much. Really like Mateta. I would take him. Absolute beast of a man as well. He's a proper bloke. Yeah, suddenly our side would look really strong. And here it is, breaking news. Mikey Moore has signed for Rangers on loan. Great move for Mikey Moore. I think we all kind of knew it was going to happen, but it has happened, and there we go. So Mikey Moore has signed for Rangers on loan. Great news for Rangers. Great news for Mikey Moore. Hopefully he gets lots of game time. Morton Barley saying, my hometown Wrexham signing new players with Kiefer Moore and Connor Cody set to join. They'll be playing Spurs in the Premier League next season, perhaps. Yes, yeah, Wrexham. One of those fairy tale stories, isn't it? Obviously with the owners. And I really hope Wrexham get into the Premier League. That would be absolutely amazing. Many, Wrexham have been a nothing side for absolutely years. So see their rise has been interesting to say the least. Are they building a new stadium? Have they got a new stadium? Listen, I don't keep up with it all, but I see things about a new stadium. Is it something that's in the pipeline? I think Wrexham in the Premier League would be fantastic. I really love it when we have Welsh sides in the Premier League, the likes of Cardiff, the likes of Swansea. I think they're needed in the Premier League, just like I think a Bristol side is needed in the Premier League. Hopefully we'll see what happens next season. It should be interesting. We should try Johnson up front as a goal poaching striker. What do you think? Big up Jonag. Is it Jonag? 2K. I wouldn't be adverse to it. I think it's something that we need to try now, though. It's not something I would risk in the Premier League necessarily. I think he'd be quite good off a striker. But yeah, Johnson's definitely his best position is as a striker. That's when he scored most of his goals for Forest, and he is an absolutely great finisher. Say what you want about him as a player, but inside the box, in and around that 6 to 8 yard box, he is deadly. So I wouldn't be adverse to it. Definitely, guys. Let me know what you think about possible striker. Big up Razzle. Much love to you, mate. He has put in a super chat saying Frank 100% win rate in the North London derby. Absolutely. Ange had enough goes. He failed miserably. And here comes Frank. First one. Bish bash bosh. Happy days. I'll take that. And he kept a clean sheet as well. So good times. Big Frank. I'm on the Frank train. Choo choo. And yeah, thank you very much, Razzle, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to ask for a super chat train. I think, as small ones, we keep it civil. But Spotlight saying big up Razzle Dazzle. Jimmy Hotspur, Spence was man of the match for me. I don't know how they got to Richarlison. No, I don't get how Richarlison got man of the match. I really don't. It's absolutely crazy. But, I think Spence was fantastic. Let's quickly talk about Spence. Great performance. Is he a better left back than a right back? I just think he's a proper defender. He not as good going forward, but defensively strong. I heard someone say yesterday that he's very much in like the Wan-Bissaka mode. Really good defender. Just reads the game really well. Watches the ball. I used to be a defender. I mean, I used to play everywhere. I used to play midfield. Started on the wing, ended up as a defender. What I was always told as a kid, and it's hard to do sometimes, just watch that ball. Don't take your eyes off the ball. And yeah, it's so easy to watch the legs and watch your feet, but just keep an eye on the ball. The ball doesn't ever move. So, and I think Spence does that brilliantly. Always gets his blocks in, always gets his tackles in. So, yeah, absolutely. And Razzle just saying, chatting with Luke there. Morning, good morning, Luke. Waking up in a much calmer mood. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this loan frees up money to be spent elsewhere. Now, is that true? Are we going to spend that money elsewhere? Let's see. And then Milton saying, any truth in us going for Mitrovic? Now, I was one banging the Mitrovic drum a couple of days ago. I thought he'd be a great signing for Spurs. I still think he would be a good signing for Spurs. But apparently he's on like 300 grand a week, something like that. I can't see us paying it. I can't see us paying it at all. But I would love him. Spurs have shown they have money with the Morgan Gibbs White, so fans will be annoyed if it's still not utilised on another player now. Absolutely. And I think from what I'm hearing, I think we're going to bring at least another two in over the next week or so. So it's going to be interesting. Watch this space. We will see. Rich saying, apologies, Nice. Here we go. Should be in the atmosphere. Is really not basically meant we will actually sign Palhinha after here we go. Rather than the last one. Yeah. I know. When I saw it last night, I was like, I really want to get excited, but we've been here before. So let's just wait until he's got the shirt in his hands. Trouble is with AI now, they put the shirt on straight away and they look great in it. And I'm like, he looks really good in the Spurs shirt. And of course, he's not signed yet. So let's make sure we get him over the line. But he's definitely a good signer. Milton saying, Saar, 3 goals in 2 games. Yeah, maybe he could be that number 10. No. Definitely number 8, though, I think. If Sharon wasn't busy with work, he would get the golden boot. He definitely wouldn't get the golden boot. He wouldn't win any headers. He'd be terrible. He'd be terrible. Sorry, Sheriff. I love you, mate. Spotlight saying, will we spend the money, though, Razzle Dazzle? I don't know. Milton saying, it is pissing down with rain here in Oz. Yeah, I'm hearing the weather's really bad. I'm hearing the weather's really bad over there. Everyone talking to each other. Nelson Semedo signed for Fenerbahce. Yeah, he's left Wolves, isn't he? For me, he's a weird one. He's a good defender, but I always find that he gives the ball away a lot. I do like him, but you know, Milton saying Son is God. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but he's been a great player for he has been a great player for us. Rich then, the problem I have with Sarr, Bentancur, Biss, etc., is consistency. Absolutely. They have great performances every now and again, but then they struggle to consistently perform at that level. And I think that's the thing. And this is where we're going to see now what these players are capable of under a manager tactically who knows how to set up teams. And I feel a bit sorry for Sarr. Sarr really didn't break into the side under Conte too much. He had a few games. It's only been the last 2 years when he's really broke into the team. So I think for me, Sarr is the one that I'm expecting a lot more from. I think Bissouma's always going to be inconsistent. I just think that's the way he is. He's an inconsistent kind of player. But I'm expecting a lot more from Sarr definitely this season. Levy plays 3D chess and we're just the pawns in it all. Absolutely, Razzle. I couldn't agree more. Milton saying Everton will finish top 11. I mean, I think that would be a good season for Everton if they finish top 11, depending on who they sign. I think the Premier League is getting stronger. I think it's going to be quite strong next season. Razzle saying, Rich, I totally agree. I still have a question. I still question marks on all those players. We'll see how they run to Exmouth under Frank. Yeah, I think, and it's going to take Frank a while, isn't it, to get his philosophy across. And I think we've got to remember that one swallow doesn't make a summer. We've had a great result against Arsenal, but he is going to find it difficult. We are going to lose games. It's going to take a while to all click into place. He said himself yesterday, the front, whereas the defence and the midfield, he was happy with. The front areas, he wasn't. So let's see. Let's see what happens going forward. Big up, Chris. Hope you well, mate. Palhinha and Bentancur double pivot is going to be brutal, especially with both aerial threats from corners. Yes. Yes. And this is why, for me, Bentancur is so important to keep in that side somewhere because he is really good at set pieces, whether it's defending or attacking. So I think Bentancur is vital in that squad for me, certainly under Thomas Frank. Jonag saying we should try Johnson up front as a goal poaching striker. What do you think? You've already put that in, mate. And yeah, I agree in certain situations. Maybe give him a chance. But Razzle disagrees. Johnson, we need Jonag. Really need a striker that can hold the ball up. From yesterday, yeah, the ball bounces off Johnson. That's the problem. It depends how we play. If we're just feeding it down the lines and into areas, putting low crosses in, I think Johnson will flourish. If we're expecting a striker that's going to, hold the ball up, he's not your man. But then, we've had strikers like that in the past. Darren Bent wasn't exactly a hold-up striker. He was awful, but he was a goal scorer. Sadly, not too well for Spurs. Jermaine Defoe, again, wasn't a brilliant. Actually, he was not too bad at holding the ball up, but he was small, diminutive, and in and around the box, deadly. So it could work, but it's not something I would be risking particularly, I don't think. Milton saying again, I think about Vlahovic. I follow Fiorentina, and he was a gun at Juve, bad attitude. And again, there could be many reasons for that. He could not settled. He could have fallen out with people. He may not be getting the service he wants. I think, yeah, it's difficult. And of course, you got to remember at Fiorentina, he was the main man, and he went to Juve, probably wouldn't be. Christian Kolo Muani, is that true? From what I'm hearing, he is going to Juve. Definitely, but that's just what I'm hearing. I hope it's not. I'd love him. I'd love him at Spurs. But from what I'm hearing, he's going to Juve. Big up Spencer. Absolutely. That's the man. Stuart Ripley. Yes. Used to like him. After all that, I'm just saying I used to like him. He was a good player. Big up, Peter. Hi, all. 617 in Melbourne. I would look to upgrade on BJ. Not good enough for me. That's from Rich. Yeah, again, I mean, if we could get what we bought for him, what we paid for him, then I wouldn't have a problem cashing in and getting someone better. Again, Johnson's another interesting one. It's going to be interesting to see what he does, where he fits into this side next season, because obviously, Kudus is your main man up front. He's going to be the one starting every game, I would think, or most games. Where does Johnson fit in? Does he play off the left? Does he come in off the striker? Will he play striker at some points? Or will he just be coming on last 20 minutes for Kudus? And maybe if he is just coming on last 20 minutes for Kudus with his pace, he could help us out now. But he's another one, not strong enough, doesn't hold the ball up. You know, the thing is with Kudus, he holds the ball up really well, doesn't he? If we're in trouble, if we're in danger, you know, we're trying to run the clock down, get the ball out to Kudus. He can drive with it. He can hold the ball up, win free kicks. Johnson's not your man for that. So it's going to be an interesting season for Johnson. I think it's a massive season for him. The modern day football is wingers cutting from their stronger foot. Yeah, that really suits Spence playing at left back. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. I was just hoping that we would play overlapping fullbacks and just like Porro, like a doggy, just get balls in. But yeah, you're right. And I'm sure there, with Spence cutting in, other players can then go on the outside of him. You know, probably football's now not like it used to be. It's not all rigid. You know, players move about into different positions. So again, so much to look forward to, I think, as Spurs fans now. Weird, isn't it? Only like 48 hours ago, it was doom and gloom. We weren't signing anyone. We were crap in friendlies. We had Arsenal coming up. We were going to get stuffed. Were Spurs going to do anything in the window? What a waste of time. And suddenly, 24 hours later, we've beaten Arsenal. We've all but signed Palhinha. There's other players coming in as well. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Jonas saying Rich, true, but he's probably one of our best finishers. Let's take advantage of that in the position where he can shine. It's a weird one. I agree with both of you in so many ways, but it's what the manager wants, isn't it? And let's see. I think Johnson will definitely get game time. It's just whether he's going to be stuck out on the right or whether he is going to be played more as a striker. It's going to be interesting to see what he does. Can you imagine Palhinha and Bentancur in a pivot? Yeah, I think we don't concede goals. I think the way it is now, with our defence the way it is, suddenly looking a lot stronger, a lot more structured. Bentancur and a Palhinha as a double pivot, we just don't concede. And gone are the days of conceding 25, 26 chances in a game. Those days are over, guys. It will now be more like 3, 4, 5 chances in the game. Don't get me wrong, they're going to be days when we still get a bit of a tonking. You know, we get outplayed by teams. But I think the days of conceding 15, 16 plus shots in a game are gone. Are gone. Thank God for that. Thank you. Ugh. Friendly saying Spurs fans are learning things you like to see. Wait for the player to hold up the shirt in hospital. Yes. Yes, we have got to learn, but social media is what it does, isn't it? It gets you excited, especially now with AI getting them in the shirt early doors. Yeah. Charlie saying after yesterday we are so bad. We are winning the quad, mate. Don't tell anyone. We're winning the quad. I'm starting to feel like you are now, son. We're winning the quad. Chris, could we get a Moani bomber today? I don't think Moana's happening. Listen, this is only what I've read on Twitter. I could be totally wrong. Could be totally wrong. Martin Knightsbridge, big up, mate. Good morning, Nige. Happy we have a proper number 6 in the team now. Yes, it's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait. And let's hope we can get him over to, I suppose he'd come straight over to the squad, would he? I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have thought he'd play Sunday, but, or would he just stay in Munich? Seeing as we're flying to Munich anyway, I suppose he's got to come to the UK for his medical, but would he just fly back to Munich and we meet him now? I don't know. But I can't wait. Cannot wait to see him in a Spurs shirt. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Lots of people talking to each other. And Philly saying, this is why I don't judge the window until the end is nice. It's all about optics. It is, mate. I just get a little bit excited sometimes, you know. One sign-in that changes everything for me. I'm going to go for another 5 minutes, and then I've got to go to work. Boo. But Jimmy saying, we need to follow up yesterday with a good performance against Newcastle now. Absolutely. And this is the thing, isn't it? We are Spurs, so there is a chance we could rock up Sunday against Newcastle and put in a terrible performance. But hopefully Hopefully, this is the start of things to come. We have got to remember it's pre-season. So if we were to lose to Newcastle, it's not the end of the world. It is still all about fitness. It is still all about getting those combinations right and playing to a system. And I think we're learning quickly. I'm looking forward to it. Palhinha is having a medical in Germany today. Okay, well he's not coming in, and that's good. That saves. I guess yeah. Maybe we'll just see him in Germany. Seems a bit of a waste of time to fly him all the way out to Asia to Hong Kong, and then when he's not really going to play, we might as well just meet up with him now. I guess I don't know. Listen, I'm not a professional. I don't know how it works, but maybe he'll be straight over after the medical. We will see. Big up, Marius. Hope you're well, mate. Razzle Dazzle says, smash the likes and subscribe. Let's try to get Nige to the 1K. Yes, absolutely. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. I think Razzle and Charlie talking to each other, and Charlie is saying the feel good factor is back. It is back for now. As Spurs fans, we all know that could change within the next, couple of days. But right now, the feel good factor is back, and I'm loving every minute of it. Have I got anything else to say? Obviously, we have Newcastle on Sunday. Yes, for now. Absolutely. We have Newcastle on Sunday. It's going to be an interesting game. Newcastle, I think, are going to be quite strong this season. I know they haven't got the players in they want yet, but I think they definitely will get the players in they want for sure. Guys, if you haven't already, please like the stream. Please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. I think I'm about 72 away from my 1K now. So if I can get to that 1K over the next 2 weeks, that would be absolutely fantastic. Any help today would be great. I think I'm on 928. If I can get to 930, that would be absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you so much for joining me as always. I really love doing these little breakfast things. And I'll be back on Monday, hopefully talking about a Newcastle victory and hopefully talking about maybe a couple more players coming in. Have a great Friday, guys. I will see you tonight. I'll be back live later on with the two marks and with my son Charlie as well, and maybe a few others. It should be a good night, guys. Have a great Friday. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.